Science is awesome and I love it so. There's still lots and lots of things science don't know. There have been major discoveries throughout history, but this universe of ours is still one great big mystery. It'll be perfect and beautiful, it'll be testable and provable, and that's what I like. So science is awesome and I love it so. There's still lots and lots of things science don't know. There have been major discoveries throughout history, but this universe of ours is still one great big mystery.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Pappas. Today we're going to go over the antifreeze lab and see how we do that. So for our materials, what we need a thermometer, a stirring rod, aluminum, some water, a Dixie cup for measuring, a 600 milliliter beaker, salt, some antifreeze, large graduated cylinder, small graduated cylinder, two 250 milliliter beakers, and 3 small test tubes, and of course our scale. So what you're going to want to do is first get your 600 milliliter beaker and fill it up with ice. And then you're going to cover that with tin foil for some insulation. And you're going to record 20 grams of salt. I actually already put it in there. So we have 20 grams of salt in here, and you're going to put it on your ice. Then what you're going to do is take your thermometer, put it in your ice bath, and you're going to stir until it is negative 10 degrees Celsius.
Alright, now we're going to find the freezing point of water, but according to the thermometer that you are going to be using during this lab. So you need to take one of your small test tubes, fill it halfway with water, place it in your ice bath. You need to rinse your stirring rod because it has salt on it. Place the thermometer now in, rinse your thermometer, place your thermometer in the test tube with water. And if you're working with a partner, you could have one person hold the thermometer and the other person stir with the clean stirring rod, but since I'm working by myself today, I'll just stir with the thermometer. Right, so while you're working, we should be recording the temperature every 30 seconds. 9.5. So you're going to want to be observing your test tube to see when the first ice crystals form, then you know the water is freezing and we're at the freezing point. And once it's there, you're going to record at least 6 more temperatures after you first see ice crystals.
Hey guys! To make solution A, I'm going to take 5 grams of the antifreeze and I'm going to measure that out in my beaker here. And then I'm going to take 50 milliliters of water and add that to my antifreeze. Did you get labels? And then we're going to label that solution A. For solution B, I'm going to take 10 grams of the antifreeze. And I'm going to add another 50 milliliters of water. I'm going to label that solution B. So again, solution A is 5 grams in 50 milliliters of water, and solution B is 10 grams in 50 milliliters of water.
Alright, once you have your solutions, I'm going to take my first solution, solution A, and I'm going to fill my test tube up about halfway with solution A. And I'm going to put it into my ice bath. I'm going to take my thermometer, rinse that off real quick. And I'm going to stir my solution A. While I'm stirring it, I'm also going to record the time record the temperature every 30 seconds in my notebook. So 9.7. And then I'm going to add a small piece of ice to my solution, and that's to avoid any possibility of supercooling. And you got to make sure you are constantly observing your solution for the appearance of ice crystals.
Time.
7.5. And you are going to record at least 6 values beyond when you first notice the first ice crystals. And you'll continue to stir until this is completely frozen. 7.3.
Alright, then for solution B, we need to find the freezing point. And you're going to do exactly the same thing you did with A. Fill your test tube about halfway with solution B. Put it in the ice bath. Thermometer. Every 30 seconds, record the temperature until you see ice crystals, and then 6 values beyond, and until it is completely frozen. Don't forget to add a small piece of ice so you don't have any supercooling. Great.
So once you've found the freezing point for all 3 of your test tubes, the water, solution A, and solution B, it's going to be time to clean up. Now we need to take some special precautions when we're cleaning up with antifreeze because it's not something that we want to put down the sink. So I can take out my thermometer and rinse that off really well in the sink. And then I'm just going to take my solutions and combine them all into one beaker here. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to take it to the fume hood where we're going to collect the antifreeze when we're done. I'm going to make sure that I rinse out all my beakers and test tubes that I use for this experiment.